Brynn Whitfield launching a podcast, Please See Below. Explain that title to me and what it means in terms of what we're going to get out of the show.
Okay, well, first of all, I had a whole joke planned for you. I was gonna surprise you because, I'm in the Spotify offices, and what I wanted to tell everyone is that I'm actually launching the next pop song. I'm following in the greatest footsteps of all time, which is Countess Luann, and I'm making a statement that I'm dropping the next Club Rager. So, no, I'm not launching a single. I'm actually launching a podcast because that's what the world needs: is another Bravo Celebrity podcast. You are about to see a whole different side of me, unedited, by the way. And honey, we're not just gonna spill the tea. I am here to smash the entire pot. So I specialize in passive-aggressive email correspondence, like per my last email, as mentioned before. So please see below. It's not about being passive-aggressive. It's just about providing that extra context. Season 14, I feel like people got to see a little bit of me and who I am and my silly side. I feel like last season, people got to see like a really sad Debbie Downer side. And what I want to show people is the full picture. I was just unedited, and whether the reasons that you liked me or didn't like me, or you're interested or intrigued or you're related, or you just want to laugh and be silly, I just want all that amazing context, all those amazing conversations. I want to share them with everyone. As you can think of this, my 3 favorite pods, I'm trying to make a trifecta of them. Giggly meets Call Her Daddy meets Chicken Date podcast. So now the first episode I had on with Jason Tartik, okay? That one a little Chicken Date with sprinkled with old school Call Her Daddy where it's really raunchy.
You get to flip the script on him and ask him about all of his money like he likes to ask everybody else about.
I literally said, "What's your credit score?" And I asked him to whip it out. I was like, "I'll show you mine if I show you yours." I was like, maybe I can kind of use this to also date, date a little bit.
You gotta make time where you can fit it in, and if that means at work, so be it.
Sometimes work and play should mix, I want to share the equivalent of sharing my text and all my dating profiles. I just want to
open book it.
Drop the nudes. There's the photo album of nudes. Just let's put it out there. So
why was now the time to take this on? I'm sure it's been in the works for quite a while, but how are you feeling about meeting it at this moment in time?
It's so interesting that you're saying that because obviously, this was in the making. And I think with the last season, it kind of made me actually want to maybe not. If there's one thing that I've learned from reality TV, in addition to the fact that you have to be actually certifiably insane to sign up for it, is that you just got to keep sharing. You just have to be yourself. You can't be scared. You can't change because a couple trolls on Reddit try to psychoanalyze you. You just have to keep doubling down. The only way I think you get through it is you just have to be yourself. You have to be authentic. You have to keep sharing. Just share. That's all people ask of you. That's your one job as a reality TV person. It's just mention it all.
Well, so is this going to be the year of sharing? Is your book also going to come out this year and kind of, so it's going to be a lot of Brynn in 2025.
2025 is basically I'm going to give the world I'm just may as well come to my pap smear. Just let's go. Just share it all. Yeah, sharing is caring. No, but seriously, sharing it is important. And actually, a couple weeks ago, I was texting with Kyle Richards because she's had such a season too, and I look up to her so much. I'm like, how do you get through this? How do you deal with this? It's crazy. She gave really, really amazing advice, and she said, listen to the people on the street, not the people on the internet. Listen to the people on the street. And literally in 3 years, I've only had nonstop everyone coming up being like, thank you so much. And what they say is thank you for sharing. So I'm like, okay. Gonna do more of that.
Yeah, so. Take the note and run with it. And now you can say you are a podcast host and author when people ask what you do for a living, instead of there being this question mark.
Can someone check on Jeff Lewis?
The things that I said are really indefensible.
Oh my God. Uh-oh. Jeff's gonna get a nosebleed. Jeez, oh Pete. Uh-oh. I'm gonna turn to him now and be like, I do what you do.
Yeah, you're equals now. You're in the same place.
That's what I do. Whatever people irritate me, I just do their job.
I'm gonna become a better version of you.
Yeah, let's hope like an astronaut or a doctor doesn't question what I do, because I'm like, I'm a doctor now too.
And then we'd be in a scary territory. Why is there still such confusion about how you make your money, what you do for a living?
I don't know. I think it's really interesting. I think it has a lot to do with, it comes from usually the same voice, which I've been dealing my whole corporate career. It's always someone older, of a certain gender and of a certain race, and they're like shocked that a female can pay her bills, and it's crazy to me. So I've never claimed to be like this like gazillionaire. I'm just like, yeah, guess what? Like, life hack. If you don't have kids, you get to keep all your money. Like, what do I pay for my rent, my cell phone bill, my eyelashes? Like, I don't have expenses. Like, I actually got a dog and I had to like tone my life down. And I'm like, but I don't have private school tuition. I don't have a mortgage. I don't have any of these things. So I think it looks like it does. And that makes people question, what is she doing? How is she, and instead of just logging into LinkedIn, they just like to make salacious, gross, icky things up. So, let them, Mel, whatever her name is, let them.
Mel Robbins.
Mel.
Yeah, Mel. With casual Mel. Maybe she'll come on the pod and...
Oh my dream. That was my dream.
Brynn, you weaponize your experience for the downfall of a friend. It is awful.
This is getting to be too much.
We are a little over a month out from RHONY season 15 wrapping up. How are you feeling a month after? Are there still aftershocks from everything?
Way better. There's a little bit of aftershock. Sometimes I have trouble sleeping, to be honest, and I'll be like, because it's such a time warp, right? And like finally when it's done airing, honestly, it was pretty exhausting. Like it was really, it was tough. There was like a lot of like Xanax and beta blockers that needed to be had and taken. I was just like shoving in my mouth. I was stressed. No, it was bad. And my friend, thank God for my friends and family, and they were very supportive. And just the people that kept reminding me, like, we know who you are. We know who you are. You know who you are. That's all that matters. And they're very real with me. And they're like, we would tell you, so it's, again, we promise you, like, you're good. So it was definitely tough. But now I'm feeling, especially like with the launch of this pod, this just feels like, I feel like Brynn again. Like, I feel like fun, flirty. I feel like myself. And I'm just so excited to just share all of it on the pod. Like, it feels perfect timing.
I think as a viewer, it felt like we just took such a left turn at the last minute kind of thing at the end of the season. Was there a moment for you where you realized things had taken the turn? Like, how much of a heads up did you have beyond the audience intersecting with all of that?
Well, I didn't know any of that. I had no idea that like there was a group therapy session and there was like, so when I watched it the morning of the reunion, because I also was pretty avoidant and didn't watch most of the episodes, I was like, wow, okay, that happened and that's everyone's thought. And now that makes sense why people haven't responded to my texts the past 2 months, like I was, but I mean, I set myself up for it because I didn't watch it. So it was definitely like a shocking moment, but there's part of me that's glad that actually that's how it went, because I think it would have been really hard to like sit on that for a few weeks and then like go in and then have all these like talking points or have something, whatever. I kind of just like got T-boned and then winged it.
Everyone just spent the whole season saying how Brynn's a liar, manipulative. Stop defending it.
Do you have, now that you've had a little more time to process it, any final message to the viewers, kind of anything that left unsaid in season 15?
That's what I want to bring up on the pod. Like, I want to slowly do it. I feel like, it's a slippery slope. There's part of you that doesn't want to rock the boat. You're like, okay, I don't think anyone's like actively like hating me right now. So it's like, I don't want to go back and be like, but you did say it, so it's that fine line, but there are some things I need to share. And I feel like the pod is going to be a very good place where it can be me unedited, where I can share my truth and my side and my mistakes, because I've realized some stuff where I definitely. So if I want to pace it out and do it feels natural and authentic, and that's exactly what I'm going to do on the pod.
Reunion ended, and it felt like the door was kind of cracked open for some of these friendships.
I miss you. I miss you stupid together. We're funny together. I know, but we got to work on some things. Yeah.
And then it felt right after some of those doors were slammed shut. I think Aaron and Sai both kind of spoke out right after. Are there any updates to share? Have you been able to make inroads with anybody in the aftermath?
Yeah, I've made some inroad with a couple of the girls. I have reached out to all of them and extended an olive branch and was like, look, I'm open. It's hard, right? Because it's always like reality versus reality. And, you know, it was definitely difficult for me after the reunion because I'm like, okay, well, if I reach out now, they're going to think it's because I'm trying to do something, you know? Jessel and I are trying to schedule, she's in London now, but to get lunch. But I was like, oh, I'm glad she's in London. I don't want her to think I'm just getting lunch so that I can say on a media interview, I just had lunch with Jessel, we're fine. Like, it's really hard to do normal, like repair friendships in a normal way when you're paranoid that someone else or the other person's going to see your intentions as different or something else. So
yeah,
it's not easy. It's not like you just call your friend and let's get coffee. Like, you're like, how are they going to perceive it? Are they going to do an interview on it? Like, are they going to think I'm only doing it for the wrong reason? So it's not easy to repair reality TV based friendships in real life. But I'm definitely trying and I want to. So, you know, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, and maybe those will lead to really open and honest discussions on the pod. It seems like there's kind of a question mark of what's going to happen season 16. We've gotten no news. There's a lot of casting notices out. What would your dream scenario be? Do you want to go back after everything?
I've thought about this, and I definitely do. I just want everyone to have more fun. I think that would be my thing, of like fun. And it was never me trying to produce. My thing was always like the cameras go down and people start drinking and they're saying hilarious stuff. And I'm like, you get like, you know, like I just get frustrated whenever like people like just show your funniest self. Like just like go there to shut your brain off. Like, let's just be dumb. So I'd like to have a lot more fun. And since I'm a massive Housewives fan, I was an old school, like original Atlanta, original Beverly Hills. So I would love to see some like stupid you money on this show. Like, I love wealth, you know, I don't have that wealth. Like, I want to.
The thing that is kind of missing for the dynamic is we are missing an out of touch person with just a flow of money that will never end.
Like, when I did Watch What Happens with Kathy, I was sitting there and I'm just like, this entire time, I'm like, oh my God. Like, I felt like I go back to being an audience member and I'm like, oh my God, the ring was this big. She's the funniest person I've ever met. And I'm like, I'm like, can we get one of these? Yeah. You know, like just genius. Oh,
Kathy! Oh my God. Kathy! Oh my God. I can't believe it. I only have the best intentions.
I would love to see someone super out of touch on RHONY Reboot, super out of touch, and just like stupid money, like wealth, you know, like, yeah. A little more, I think we need a little more delusion in our show.
Yes, speak it into the world. Well, kind of on that note, you were painted to be somebody who's an embellisher and lies and all of that. Is there a takeaway from you or a learning lesson kind of from what everybody is telling you are versus what you know yourself to be?
Yeah, well, I'm not, here's the thing. I'm not an embellisher. I've never embellished or exaggerated one story. You can put me on a lie detector test. I haven't. Because here's how you know. I am very creative. If I were going to make up a story, it wouldn't be about cheese or an Uber. I'd be like, so-and-so, like money laundered, or like insider shit. Like my like things would be so much juicier and cooler. So no, I don't lie or embellish. What no one understands, I feel like my friend group, is that like I do one thing, which is like the second you tell me something, I just go run and tell the other person. You know what I'm saying? And then I sit back because I'm like, oh yeah, you know, like I should get my hand slapped for being the messenger, but I'm like, oh no, you two are gonna go at it. But every time it's like turned to me, it's like, you're a horrible person, you lied, you made this up. And I'm like, no, I'm just doing my job. Like, I just tell, you know? I'm like, Elaine, there's no vault. The vault's always open, you know? Unless it's something super serious. There's a lot of stuff actually that I would never, like, Jenna and I know things about each other that, like, I trust her implicitly and I would never, like, there's certain things. But when it's about, like...
But when it's petty level...
Like, Ubers and cheese, like, you know, or, like, you called her dress ugly. Like, of course I want to tell her that. Like...
Ubers and cheese, a title for an episode.
Ubers and cheese. That is. Okay, I'm going to take that. Ubers and cheese.
Take it. My last question for you is, as we were winding down the season of RHONY, there was this like threat on the Bravo accounts of like, there's this blind item that's going to come out. It's going to rock the world about somebody on RHONY. And everyone thought it was about you. We had no context of what the blind item was going to be. And I just wondered if you had any window into that, or if it's something you might dig into on the show, because I find blind item kind of community to be a fascinating topic.
Yes. I feel like everything is always about me. It's like, and again, like, I'm great, but I'm not like that cool. It always turns out, but no, unfortunately, there's not. If I die, you're not going to find like weird stuff on my computer. I'm an idiot. I've made mistakes, but there's not some like big, massive, like, no. I heard that too. What was it on like Dumois or something as well? And then, but I heard that involved like one of the married. I heard that it was like something about like a marriage or something. That's what I heard about it. So
okay, so we've added to the lore.
But also like just like in the words of Ubah, like say it. What do you have? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have, what do you like? Just do it or say it, or I don't know.
Just drop the bomb already. Stop telling me you have a bomb. What's the bomb?
Yeah, and the bomb's probably just like gossip or a rumor anyhow. So whatever.
Yeah. Well, we'll get the truth from you on Please See Below week after week. So it's going to be a weekly drop on Wednesdays on Spotify.
Yes. Yay.
Congratulations.
It's going to be a great hump day every week.
And on that note, we will end the interview there.
Thank you so much, Brice.